Good evening, guys. I'm going to start off saying I'm exhausted. I might stumble a few times tonight when I talk. This is like the third try, and I haven't made it very far. Alright, so the first thing I did is I ripped off the old steering. You got the steering box and steering shaft and pitman and idler arm are in there also. Now, the steering box and the shaft are here, but the idler arm and the pitman arm are not here yet. They'll be here tomorrow. So I didn't install the new parts. I'm going to wait till they're all here because it'll be easier. I think it'll be easier. But I did went ahead and cleaned up all the rust and painted that area from where I pulled the steering parts from. So it'll be nice and fresh. So after that, I took the, I'm not sure if you recall from yesterday, I joined the engine transmission together. And during that time, I installed the just to join the engine transmission. I used the bolts off the 5.7. I did not use Loctite. I know I had to use Loctite, but I wasn't sure if I was going to use the stock bolts or the 5.7. So I went ahead and Loctited those. And then I had some time left. That was probably about 8 o'clock. I said, well, I took the transmission shields and I went ahead and painted those guys. Just trying to find something to do, and it still didn't take very long to do all that, to clean those up and scrape them. So I said, well, I'm going to go ahead and just see if I can wiggle that 4BT and 4L80 in to the engine bay. And I wiggled it in there, and that's exactly what it is, wiggled in there. Now, right now, it is not installed. It is just wiggled in there. It is sitting on the actual frame. I have the pieces of wood up under there. I noticed that I have a really tight clearance over here by the starter. You can't see, there's not enough light back there. And it looks like the exhaust is going to be tough, but I did get that 90-degree bend that somebody recommended off the 4BT swaps forum. I think it was Charles. Yeah, I'm very sure it was Charles, actually. Then that looks like that's going to make that extremely easy compared to what it would have been if I wouldn't have had that piece. So I'm very thankful that Charles mentioned about that 90-degree bend with a flange, so I can bolt it on and off, and it's going to make life a lot easier. So anyway, the flywheel, the torque converter, and the I guess this is a flywheel. I know it's a flywheel and manual. I guess it's a flywheel and automatic too. The flywheel are not bolted together. I still have to bolt those together. But again, I didn't want to do that on the ground. I think it's going to be easier to bolt those together when it's actually in the vehicle. I think tomorrow I'm going to do the suspension stuff. And I'm going to spend more time trying to figure out how I'm going to place this 4BT. And that'll be Thursday. And then hopefully Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I'll spend that time fabricating the actual mounts, and then I still have a little fabrication to do with the AC mount. But I'm very happy. Again, my goal is to by Sunday to have it welded in, and I'm sure there'll be little stuff that has to be done. But I want the actual the mounts done, the air conditioner mount done, the alternator done, and I like to have it wired up, but I'm okay if it's not wired up by Sunday night. I want the big stuff done by Sunday, and then do the little touch-up stuff, and if I have any parts to order those on Monday. And I'd like to see this cranked by Wednesday, and scooting around on its own power. Hopes and dreams, right? Anyway, you guys have a wonderful night, and I will talk to you tomorrow.